Hey Hooters, so this is my third time that I'm trying to make this video. So hopefully this time it's gonna work. The topic for today is sponsoring. I've been giving sponsoring at jewelry bars a lot of thought since there is no more wait list. And so what I've decided to do is change things up, and I'm going to share with you with the things that I'm going to change. So for those of you that do want to sponsor, it's important to know that sponsoring takes time and takes patience. But if you work it consistently, and consistently is the key word, um, it's the most rewarding part of our jobs. It's my favorite part of what I do. And here's a little secret. I went from being a person who was afraid of everything in regards to running a business, especially sponsoring, to a person that absolutely loves sharing it. The way I see it now is that sharing with somebody how to make money is a good thing. So the more you share with, the more you'll sponsor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you 5 personal sponsoring habits of mine that I do consistently. And some of them, like I said, are new because they're going to be, I'm going to input them into my jewelry bars. The first thing is starting with a 30-second commercial. And mine is going to go something like this. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Diana Cavarretta, and I've owned, operated, and managed my own business with Origami Owl for 5 months now. I'm currently a designer and a business developer with Origami, and part of my job is to find people that are interested in doing something fun alongside their job to make some extra money. Origami, we're really excited because Origami is training and preparing new designers to sell our new 2013 and 2014 line. So watch what I do tonight. It's fun, it's simple, and if making extra money would help you or your family or somebody that you know, let me know and I'll send you home with some info tonight. 2, how do you create desire or interest at your jewelry bars? After I intro myself and I thank the hostess and the guests for coming, then I'm going to do a quick little sponsoring spiel, and I'm going to have raffle tickets. So you'll need raffle tickets if you want to do this, and you'll need 3, if you want to do this, you'll need 3 sparkly gold Chinese takeout boxes. You'll need the Join Our Team flyer that's on the Hooters page in the files. You will need a little gift to put inside the takeout box, maybe a charm, just something small that you could fit in there. It's up to you how much money you want to spend on it, and your business card. So the 3 gold takeout boxes are going to go on my display. And after I thank them for coming, I'm going to say, I call Origami Owl the golden opportunity, and that's why I bring the gold boxes. And then I'm going to ask them, and I'll be giving tickets out during this. Have you ever worked a part-time job at the mall? So you're going to ask that. How many hours for the month do you think you'd have to work to earn $1,000? The answer to that is maybe about 125 hours. And the truth be told is there is probably no sales jobs out there at the mall that will even give you that many hours. And then I'm going to ask them, well, how many hours for the month do you think you'd have to invest in an Origami Owl business to earn $1,000? And the answer is it's about 20 hours. It's about 5 hours a week. And to me, I think that's fantastic. Because I've worked at the mall, and I know that in order to make that kind of money, you have to work hard and you're on your feet. It's not easy. So I'm going to then say that's why I share it, because I just think it's a great opportunity. Also then going to ask them, why do you think that I chose Origami Owl as my choice for a business? And the answer, I'm probably going to give them a ticket for anything that they say, but the main things that I want to get out at that point is Bella's story, the fact that it's a brand new company, it's ground floor, the fact that the product sells itself, you set your own hours, you're your own boss, and basically that's where all those little sponsoring seeds are going to get in at that point, because some of those things is what sets Origami apart from other companies, especially the Bella story and the fact that it's a ground floor business opportunity. Then I'm going to ask them if you think you need sales experience to work an Origami Owl business. And then my last question is going to be, how old do you think you have to be to run an Origami Owl business? And that's the mother and daughter aspect. And to me, that's another part of what sets Origami Owl apart from all the other companies. There is no other company out there that allows girls as young as 14 years old to run businesses. And when you think about it, it's a great opportunity for a young girl. I've said this before. I worked at a supermarket when I was 14. I mean, I loved what I did, and I was a hard worker. But imagine if I ran my business, ran a business like this back then. So that's going to be my little fun little way. I guess it's a game. And I know that I said I wasn't going to do games, but I started thinking about it now that sponsoring is somewhat changed. Now we got to change it up a bit. Three is identifying who to give those Chinese takeout boxes to. Part of what if nobody wants one, okay, that's when we're identifying who to give them to. A lot of times now you're going to have people that are just going to take them. Yeah, in fact, you might even have to bring more than four. You're going to have to use your judgment on that. But if you're at a jewelry bar and nobody takes them, then one of the things that you have to remember is that at these jewelry bars, part of what we do is we have to quickly fit in with these people. We need them to like us and to feel comfortable with us really fast. So the way you get people to warm up to you is to talk to them about themselves. Ask them questions about themselves and their family. Like, for example, how do you know the hostess? How was your day? Where do they work? What do they do? And in Florida, I always ask, how long have you lived here? What brought them down here? Have they been to other origami shows before? And ask them, what do they know about Origami Owl? A lot of times people come in and I have a young girl. I haven't had a young girl at a show here. She was 11 years old. She came in. She knew everything about Bella. She could have ran the show. She knew everything about Bella. I was amazed. I asked her, how did you know everything? And she said that she went on my website and she read it. And then she was using the tweezers. She was playing around with the lockets and the charms, and she was using the tweezers. And I said to her, how did you know? I said, you're right. That's the way you're supposed to use the tweezers, but how did you know that? And she said, I watch YouTube videos of Origami Owl. She's 11 years old. So a lot of them, they come and they know things already. So that is a great conversation, a way to have a conversation with people that you don't know. The fourth is listening. Listening. That's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listening to what they say and also eavesdropping on what others are talking about. That's another good reason why you shouldn't really go to jewelry bars by yourself, because sometimes your ears can't be all in every room, and sometimes if the other person that you're with could hear things that possibly could tell you, or vice versa. I've actually, the very first jewelry bar that Janine and I went to, that's exactly what happened. As the girl Catherine was taking orders in one room, we were talking sponsoring to her guest on the couch. And I joked around with Catherine and I told her that I need to get a commission on that one. So, but yeah, so that's your ears have to be all over the place. And what you're listening for is, who's complaining about their job, who's in debt, who isn't buying, who came, who loved everything and didn't buy nothing. There's a reason for that. And also just who loves Origami Owl. That's what most of the designers in Hooters right now are people that fell in love with the product and realized that the product was basically sold itself. And it's really just common sense who you give your boxes to. There's really no right or wrong, and the only wrong thing would be if you went home with them, because then you basically, for yourself, you didn't do the job that you wanted to do for yourself. You brought the boxes because you wanted to share them with somebody, and then you brought them home. So I'm not saying that I've never in my other business ever done that, but yeah, that's your goal. To use them as like a reminder that you want to share the business opportunity with at least 3 people there. 5 is following up now with the people that you shared those boxes with. When you give the box to somebody, and this is actually in all aspects of the business, when you tell somebody you're going to call them, don't leave it like open. Yeah, okay, I'll give you a call. say, listen, are you available on Friday at 7 o'clock? Can I call you then? I'm gonna pencil you down on my calendar, and I'm gonna call you at that time. And then she'll say, no, I can't do it. Okay, well, what's the best day and time for you? So this way, they know they're expecting your call at that day and that time, and that's again running your business like a business. So, I share the business opportunity with about 10 people a week. That's about two a day. And the way I think about it is if they have a pulse and they're over 18, then chances are they probably have some bills to pay. And if they're not, if they're 14 to 17, chances are they're looking for a part-time job. And at that age group, it's hard for those kids to find jobs, hard for the parents to get them to the jobs also. So when you're following up with them, basically you're just chit chatting with them. I don't have a script or anything that I read from. I just say, did you get what did you think? Did you read the information? Is making some money in addition to your job during the holidays something that would be of interest to you? And then I just take it from there. There's a saying, SW, SW, SW next. Some will, some won't. So what next? Your job is just to share it. Your job is not to convince anybody of anything. So the more you share it, the more you're going to sponsor. It's just the way it is. So in closing, if you have any questions about anything that I said today, just give me a buzz and we'll discuss. Take care, everybody.